Getting started with a new learning platform is always a process that takes a valuable time and resources. In this video, I will list 3 ways for how to get started with your new learning solution. The 3 ways are starting from scratch when you don't have an existing learning system, keeping your current system and improving or enhancing its capabilities, and finally replacing your old learning system completely. I am Maaike Beenen and I work at Valamis as product manager. My role is to continuously develop our learning solution that truly serves customers and their learners. By starting from scratch, we mean that your company has never had a learning platform before, and in this case, it's best practice to introduce a new learning solution in steps. Creating learning content will be a big part of the work. It is easier to start it from something smaller, like onboarding, instead of trying to create all of the content at once. Keep the learning offering simple and do not introduce all of the functionality in one go. At this point, it is a learning curve, and starting out with something small will be easier for both learners, trainers, managers, and administrators. After this first phase, you are ready to add in more features and learning content. The second way is using a learning solution to enrich your current learning system. And this is often the case when your old LMS is no longer serving your organization's needs, and some new features can give the learning experience a new boost. These days, most learning systems can easily be set up to work together via single sign-on logins and third-party integrations. You can decide whether to use your old system as the place where people go to learn and then enrich it with the features from the other system. Or you can use the new system as a starting point for learning, and in this case your old LMS would act as a content library, and you could use your new learning system as an access point for all learning content, spread across the different systems you already have in use. Another example is that if it is better data or reporting that you need, you could keep your current learning system in place, but use a new system and its learning record store for data and analytics. The third way of getting started with a new learning platform is entirely replacing your old system. And in this case, employees are already familiar with digital learning and likely will have some expectations on how things could be improved. With this approach, it's especially important to plan a smooth transition. Think about the user experience, data architecture, and taking all the stakeholder needs into consideration. Consider what you need to transfer. Make sure your new platform has abilities or integrations that help you in migrating content and user data. And at this point, it is especially useful that your old learning content follows e-learning standards such as XAPI or SCORM. At Valamis, we always recommend migration in phases so that the new users can get used to the new learning solution in phases as well. And this ensures a smooth process. In any of these scenarios, adding functionality and integrations iteratively can help to make this process easier. By implementing functionality with smaller groups, then testing and gathering feedback, and then learning from those, you can adjust your plan as you go and not overwhelm your users. Finally, I just want to say before we finish that in order to succeed with your new learning platform, planning is everything. Make sure you have a good understanding of your organization's learning culture and learning maturity. This way, you will be able to create the correct learning strategy for your organization. And remember that in the end, learning platforms are about people, how they learn, making learning a positive experience, and learning from each other.